She sold her only gold earring for him. She borrowed money for his journey. She waited while years passed her by. And when he finally came back home, he came back with another woman. This is not just a love story. This is a story of waiting and betrayal. The village of Omodara woke each morning to the sound of roosters and the slow rhythm of pestles hitting mortars. It was a village where time moved gently. A place where stories were carried by the wind. And promises were sealed with words, not paper. Beneath the oldest irako tree at the edge of the village, Amara stood quietly with her hands folded. She listened as Kelechi spoke about the city. His eyes were bright with dreams. Dreams too big for the dusty paths of Omodara. He spoke of tall buildings, bright lights, and money that came quickly. He told her he would go for only a few years. He promised to work hard. He promised to return and make her his wife. Amara believed him. Not because the promise was easy, but because love had made her brave. When Kelechi left the village, everyone came out to see him. His mother cried softly. His friends laughed and slapped his back with envy. Some wished they were the ones leaving. Amara stood still. She held back her tears. Before he stepped onto the road, Kelechi placed a small wooden ring into her palm. It was rough, but carefully carved. "Wait for me," he said. "No matter how long." As he walked away, fear rose in Amara's chest. But she pushed it down. Under the irako tree, she whispered a prayer to the ancestors, not knowing her waiting would be tested by fire. The first year passed slowly. But hope kept Amara warm. Letters came from the city. Letters filled with struggle and excitement. Stories of long days and longer nights. Amara read them again and again. She traced his handwriting like it was his face. The villagers teased her kindly. They called her the wife of tomorrow. She smiled every time. Men came with goats and palm wine. They asked for her hand in marriage. Amara refused them all. She said her heart was already taken. As the years stretched on, the letters became fewer. Then, they stopped completely. Still, Amara waited. She worked harder than before. She helped her mother on the farm. She sold vegetables in the market. She cared for Kelechi's aging mother when sickness came. Whispers followed her footsteps. Some said the city had swallowed him. Others said he had forgotten her. At night, Amara lay awake, listening to forest sounds, fighting doubt like a wild animal. She told herself, "If love brought me this far, it will not abandon me now." By the 5th year, silence had become heavy and sharp. Amara's friends married one after another. Their laughter was replaced by the cries of babies. She attended naming ceremonies with forced smiles. Her heart filled with questions she dared not ask. The village elders spoke gently to her. They said a woman's life should not be wasted on shadows. But Amara stood firm. To leave now felt like losing herself. One evening, a traveler from the city arrived. He spoke of men who left home and returned as strangers. That night, Amara dreamed of Kelechi. He stood at a crossroads, calling her name, but walking away. She woke up shaking. Still, she rose with the sun. The day Kelechi returned, the village was loud with excitement. Drums beat through the air. Voices shouted with joy. Amara heard the sound from far away. Her knees weakened. Her hands shook as she dressed. Her heart raced with joy and fear. She imagined apologies, explanations, and the relief of finally being chosen. But when Kelechi stepped into the village square, he was not alone. Beside him stood a woman dressed in fine clothes. Her skin glowed. Her hair was styled in ways Amara had only seen in magazines. The woman looked around with quiet pride. She held Kelechi's arm like it belonged to her. The air grew tense. Murmurs rose like angry bees. Kelechi looked at Amara. Not with love,
but with uncertainty. Then he spoke. "This is my wife. Her name is Ifunanya." The word wife hit Amara harder than any slap. Kelechi spoke quickly. He blamed the city. He blamed loneliness. His words sounded empty. Ifunanya smiled politely. She spoke of building houses, of investing money, of bringing development. Her voice stepped over years of waiting, like they meant nothing. That night, Amara walked alone to the Iroko tree, the wooden ring hidden in her cloth. For the first time, she screamed into the darkness. The forest answered with silence. The village divided quietly. Some blamed Kelechi. Some pitied Amara. Strange things began to happen. Ifunanya complained of bad dreams. She said she felt watched. Kelechi's mother fell ill again, calling Amara's name in her sleep. One stormy night, lightning tore the sky apart. It struck the Iroko tree, leaving a deep scar. The elders gathered. They called it a sign. Kelechi confessed. He knew he would marry another, but chose silence. Soon, his business failed. His money disappeared. Ifunanya returned to the city. Kelechi was left alone. Kelechi came to Amara one last time. He knelt. He begged. Amara listened quietly. She felt no joy in his fall, only deep tiredness. She turned away. Life changed for her. She worked. She traveled. She grew strong. Women came to her for advice. The village slowly healed. The Iroko tree still stood, scarred, but alive. Years later, Kelechi left the village quietly. Forgotten. Amara remained, not as a woman who waited, but as a woman who chose herself. If this story touched your heart, please like this video. If you believe promises should be kept, subscribe for more folktale stories like this. And if you have ever waited for someone who forgot you, share your story in the comments.